All right, today is the day. It's Saturday, and I'm moving these tubs in, and hopefully it goes okay. We'll see. I personally have not done it with this kit before. I've done it before where you just cut the whole thing out, you make a tub, and then it just kind of goes in. I've done that before, but nothing like this. Anyways, I've already got those drilled out there, and then on the inside here, I got that already drilled out, and I bent that up so that way when you cut along the side right there and around it, I can just hammer it back. I haven't started on that side yet, so I'm going to get going on that side, and then when I start laying this out on this one right here to cut the actual tub out, I will come back at you. Alrighty. Mass confusion part number 1. So when I was cutting these out, I realized that there's a longer one and a shorter one. And I've read the instructions front to back. It says nothing about anything. I read all the little fine print with a magnifying glass. It says nothing. So then I come to their website. So this is what you got to do. Go to their website, and on their website, it actually tells you front and back. On their website, it shows that the front one is the short one. You can see it right there. And the back one, the rear, is the long one. So mental note, do that. Also too, when you're starting to put this on here, they actually have a website with a bunch of pictures, because I didn't know that either. I'm looking at these black and white pictures that look like they've, from the 1970s, if you ever were around that age when they had those little books. Yeah, it's pretty much it. So anyways, this is kind of where I'm at right now. Also too, I hope I got the right brackets, because they're not the same ones that are in the photo, but I'll make them work, I guess. It's just metal, bend it up, weld it in, call it good. Also too, they don't say it in here, at least maybe I didn't pick it up, but over there they're telling you to drill out all the holes and the welds, the spots welds on that pinch right there, all along that pinch seam. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I didn't know that either. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I will let you know as I go farther. This is a nightmare. I'm telling you right now, this sucks. I got this one out on this side. Pros and cons. I followed how they said to do it, and obviously it's just to get you close. So none of this curvature fits the curvature here on this. We're getting closer. So this is the driver's side. I just kind of tacked it in here, and just kind of tacked it down to see what else do I need to grind off before I start cutting all this excess metal off and clean it up. But in here, there's a couple things. One, make sure that you grind this area completely smooth. It makes it so much easier when it comes down to here. This is inside the car. Then also up in here too, grind all this. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull this frame in, because there's nothing supporting this anymore. This is basically a hollow tube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down, push this in, and I'm going to put a little tack all the way around that lip right there where it comes in. Now, this little area right here, once you put this inside here, you're going to have a gap here. There's going to be a gap. I followed their instructions to the T. There's a gap. So save your extra little metal pieces that you get, because you're going to need that for the gap, or if you got some extra steel, just use that. I think I've had enough fun for today. I'm going to pretty much get this side in ground down right here, this edge, all the way up and around, do a test fit, and then call it for the day, for the weekend. I haven't been thrashing on this all day, every day, just kind of here and there, but I've just had enough. It's just, this is not my favorite. That's why I have cars that look like this, or like that. I don't like body work. It sucks. It's not my thing. Never has been my thing, never will be my thing. It just is what it is. I'd rather drive a car that looks like a piece of crap. You know, with kids, this car sat out back in San Diego, and if you look at it carefully, there's chalk marks. I'm going to leave it on there. I don't care. It is what it is. The desert art. Well, I didn't get to finish. I ran out of gas. And I ran out of gas because my gauges decided to just give up the ghost. And yeah, so pissed out all my tanks. So I had to go get one. But anyways, this one's on tacked. I got that one over there on intact. I've already done a test fit on them. I'm going to basically fill these in with some more tacks, not much more. And put some yucky pucky on them, and then put some yucky pucky there, and then zip this thing in and call this thing done. I'm over this. This is full. You know, if you took 2 full days and didn't do anything but this, you could probably do it in 2 days. It's Friday night after work, and I'm out here getting ready to do this. I had a problem with my regulator, so I had to get a new one. When I transported this thing from San Diego to here, it must have got bumped or something, and I didn't realize that I was losing pressure the whole time. So I got a new regulator and a hose, and I was wondering why I was having such a hard time doing some of these tack welds, and it was starting to splatter, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I stopped, got that, and this is where we're at. So I got this one pretty much all zipped up and done. I just basically did one section and skipped over to do another section, another section, another section, so on and so forth. Same thing I'm going to do over on this side. I'm so over cutting and welding on this car, but the idea is this weekend to have this completely done, so I'm kind of getting a head start on it on Friday night. Just kind of a heads up on how I'm doing this, since I didn't really do this on the last one. So I'm taking these, going over, then I'm just putting a little tack weld here, move over, press this down, tack weld, tack weld, tack weld. These were just put in there just to make sure that it fit. And then now I'm going to go through and get all these in here and then start zipping it in as I go along. It fits in this little recess right here, and it seems to work pretty good. On the 68, this recess kind of goes away right in here. So be careful when you come down to this is the forward end. This is the one that goes inside the car. As far as where you tack that at, that can be moved in and out accordingly. I mean, you can pretty much smash most of this in there when you hammer it up into here, into this area right here. You have plenty of room to smash this up in here because you're going to be welding this up against this edge here. So when you put it in here, don't worry about it. I mean, when you're kind of doing this, you know, you smash it in, you can tack weld it, do whatever. Then you might need to put a little filler in here, who knows? And then yucky pucky, some silicone, some seam sealer or seam weld, and it'll be good. That's kind of what I'm going to do. And then you can fold this piece back down right in here. This piece will come back down and weld onto that. That's where I'm at right now. I'm going to get this going. Next time you see this, I'll be putting these tubs in. Now they don't have holes in here for the plug welding, so I drilled some holes, and you got to hammer it back flat so that way it's flat again. And I'm going to grind off all these little things here, and then I'm going to start pressing this thing up in there and tacking it in. Alrighty. Here's a little pro tip: when you're putting these things in, use some tech heads, and then that way you can get it flat right there. Then you can kind of zip it in, and then that way we can hammer in the rest. This is Saturday. Today's just been a marathon of pain and suffering. These things just suck. So if you drill out all the holes where they say to go, and when you put this in, you can't pull this down anymore, so you're going to have a gap there. So it's going to be seam sealer, and that's just what it is. I got a little bit of a gap here too, and then just like the other side, I got a gap here. I cut it exactly where they said to be. So if you do this on your own, don't cut this. Don't cut it where they tell you. Cut it. Just wait and do it later. Otherwise, you're going to have to fill the gap like I got to on this side. and on that side. Got a gap on both sides. Other than that, it came out pretty decent. It came around, come on down, and comes down to there, there, there. And then, you know, just kind of up. Gotta, you know, seam seal all that. I got this folded around in here, and I just hate this crap. This is just unfun. So anyways, it's in, it's there. I'm going to finish this tomorrow. Today's Saturday. Hopefully Sunday I can get the other stuff that I want to do, and that's putting the engine in and the transmission, the bell housing and whatnot. Otherwise, that's next week or during the week. Alrighty. You can see my two patch panels, that patch panel there and that patch panel right there. This is what it looks like inside. That's the seam sealer all throughout there, and seam sealer and that throughout there. Well, the pain is over with. It is Sunday, and I lost a little bit of video, but here you can see it. It's all in, and I put seam sealer on everything, like that bond weld stuff, and it's all up and done. As soon as that all dries up, I will go ahead and paint it all. I put it up in here also, and then did it up in there. And today's Sunday. I put it up in there too also. It's Sunday, so I'm not going to be doing the engine and transmission in today. I'm going to wait and do that probably during the week or something, or maybe even next weekend. So, but the pain is finally over with. I'm just so over this. This has just been an absolute train wreck of stuff. Anyways, there it is. This is going to be part 1 and part 2 of tubbing your 68 Dart, which just sucks.